What else did you lie about, man?
At the Pacific Highway border crossing, a Canadian returns home by bus after a brief visit to Seattle.
My concerns are he's traveling alone. Somebody else has paid for his ticket. He's a frequent traveler to the U.S., but only by vehicle. So this is the first time he's come back on the bus. Why don't you grab a seat for a second here, okay? We've tested his cell phone, and that's testing positive for cocaine. His bag's also testing positive for cocaine.
Any recent contact for you with any kind of narcotics?
No?
What have you used recreationally?
I've used a number of things recreationally in my life, any and everything. Have you ever transported that across the border anytime?
Absolutely not.
He's indicated that he himself uses several types of narcotics.
Which might be why he's having trouble remembering his cell phone code.
Incorrect. Here. How long have you had the phone for?
Years.
Can't remember the password.
Officers are concerned the traveler's phone may have information that links him to more than just recreational drug use.
In this day and age, everybody carries a smartphone, and it's password protected. Generally, people are going to know right away. It's second nature to them. Yeah. Incorrect. Take a few deep breaths. Think about it, because we only have a few more password attempts here. Then your phone is wiped, and then I start to wonder why. Relax. You're still shaking. Don't worry. Relax. You have no reason to be nervous, unless there's something that we shouldn't see. Put yourself in our shoes here. We're talking about the phone, and you become increasingly nervous. Is there something on this phone you don't want to see? No. Because we don't want to waste our time here. I want to believe you here, right? But I'm telling you, in my experience here, everybody in this day and age with a smartphone can unlock their phone without looking.
CDSA officers work with law enforcement partners to intercept Canadian travelers with outstanding warrants.
Where are you coming from?
At Vancouver International Airport, officers rove the terminal floor, searching for a particular traveler.
How are you today?
I'm pretty good.
Let's go just head to that, officer. How many bags you got on the carousel?
So the traveler's returning from China, and we have information from the police department that there's outstanding warrants.
You ready? Okay, just follow this officer.
So we intercepted the traveler. We've gone back to secondary. Now all these bags are yours, right? Yes.
Before officers can make an arrest, they need confirmation from the police.
So have you been searched by constitutes before?
Yeah, once.
Once? How long ago?
Last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any recent penalties or fines issued by customs? No?
A call from police confirms the traveler's identity.
Okay, 10-4. I'll be right back, okay? Just hang on tight. What are you bringing to Canada with you today?
This Parisian traveler has come to Vancouver to visit her Canadian boyfriend for 2 months.
So you don't have $500, you have zero money.
What else did you lie about, man?
To find out, officers will speak to her boyfriend, who is waiting in the terminal.
Well, you can have a chat with you, okay? How do you know? I met her on Facebook. Is she meeting you for the first time? Yeah. In person? In person, first time. The story he was telling me contradicted with the story she was telling me. Did she explain why she wanted to come to Canada?
Well, yeah, she loves me.
And your resident should be staying with you?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I'm actually staying at a shelter right now.
She'll be staying with you at the shelter?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get her a bed right away.
She has no access to funds while she's in Canada. The boyfriend she's coming to visit is homeless. He's staying in a homeless shelter in downtown Vancouver. She's now lied about where she'll be staying and how she'll be supporting herself while she's here.
At the land crossing, a Canadian traveler's possessions test positive for cocaine, and officers suspect he may be trying to hide something on his password-protected cell phone.
I can say the first time I ran into somebody who seems to forget his password at the most convenient time.
It's an unusual situation, so officers review the facts.
He started shaking. Called him on. He's nervous. We are on password attempt number 8. He can't unlock the phone. And this is the phone that he's used. He swears by it, and he can't unlock it. And you know in the world of smartphones, we can all unlock our phone.
Yes. Admitted use of cocaine, GHB,
marijuana.
The traveler isn't carrying any contraband, but officers are concerned his cell phone may contain information regarding a more personal form of smuggling.
Right now, okay, I'm going to be detaining you for a personal search. That means I have grounds to suspect that you're carrying non-reported goods or suspected narcotics on you. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so you're being detained for personal search. As again I said, you have reasonable grounds to suspect you're carrying non-reported goods or suspect narcotics on about your person. Right. I'm just going to get you to stand up. You'll lift your arms to see the underarms there. Perfect. So the personal search was concluded. It was a non-result. It means we didn't find anything.
Because the traveler was searched thoroughly, the officer's concerns have been alleviated.
He's free to leave. We've satisfied ourselves that there's nothing on that phone that we need to see at this point.
What kind of performances do you do?
At the land crossing, a throat-singing farmer from the United States has been pulled into secondary.
I'm growing herbs, I'm growing basil, I'm growing thyme, I'm growing lavender, I'm growing sage.
You grow marijuana.
Oh, maybe.
We're gonna be looking in the car to make sure he doesn't have any marijuana today. Oh yeah, that's cut there, eh? Oh, it's one on this side too. It actually looks identical. It's cut in the exact same way.
Whenever a vehicle has been modified, it raises concerns about the possibility of smuggling.
It's like an old tire or something that you just reformed and put a brace on.
Probably not drugs.
But inside the vehicle, officers find a small drug kit containing a marijuana pipe.
Fully cleaned it out and everything. Yeah, that's like the cleanest pipe I've ever seen. There's definitely evidence of previous narcotics use.
At Vancouver International Airport,
Did you pack the suitcase yourself? Yes.
this American fashion promoter is heading to Whistler to rendezvous with a company that produces some unique clothing.
And this is not business related. No. She stated to me that she was coming here for an event, but was vague with the details. But she kept going back to the fact that she was coming here to meet with a company. What does that company do?
They make glowing fur gear. Glowing tails, glowing hoodies. It's like those animal hoodies, but then it glows.
So is all this stuff glowing, or I've never come across this, so I'm just trying to.
Yeah, it has like a little button, and it like lights up.
I definitely need to check in and see what her actual plans are while she's in Canada. Why are you coming to Canada?
To ski and snowboard and have fun with friends at the same time, wear my hoodies.
And did you pay for the ticket?
No, they paid for my ticket.
And why did they pay for your ticket?
Because they value me as a potential employee in the future, and they value me as a friend.
It's not clear to me why they would be paying for your trip if you're not going to be doing work.
This farmer from California is driving to Vancouver to meet a friend. A search of his vehicle reveals no contraband.
We haven't found anything illegal today, but there's definitely evidence of previous narcotics use. It's like the cleanest pipe I've ever seen. So we're gonna have to take a look at possible criminal convictions, I guess. So at the beginning I told you one of the things we do is we take a look at the background, right? Okay, so you've been fingerprinted or arrested?
Yes.
Convictions can make you inadmissible, okay? So this
I
one,
only have one conviction, right?
yeah, until he can either prove to us that they've been taken care of or go to apply for a waiver before he comes up, he's inadmissible at this time. Okay, so the two options I have right now is we can allow you to voluntarily withdraw your application or return to the U.S., or we detain you, take you for a hearing for an immigration judge, and they determine your inadmissibility, which can take days. So I'd rather just let you go back by yourself.
For sure.
Yeah, okay.
Looks like he won't be throat singing in Canada anytime soon.
He'll be returning to the United States today.
All right, you ready? Yeah. Okay, just follow this officer.
Working with police, CBSA officers have intercepted a Canadian resident returning from Hong Kong who is wanted on a Canada-wide warrant.
Yeah, something very important to tell you. Okay, if you have any questions, I'll answer them afterwards. But as of right now, I am detaining you, as I suspect, on reasonable grounds that you have an outstanding warrant for driving offenses in Canada. The outstanding warrant is for driving while under the influence of alcohol.
No, lean forward. There you go. Don't move, okay? Yeah.
We're going to place you here for the time being. We're going to contact the police department. We're going to come down, they'll talk with us, and talk with you, and then we'll go from there. As of now, we are waiting for our law enforcement agency partners to come down and pick him up.
Sure. Just relax for a few minutes, okay? Okay.
Officers have discovered this French traveler is planning to live in Canada illegally with her homeless boyfriend.
Where do you live?
I'm actually staying at a shelter right now.
She'll be staying with you at the shelter?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get her a bed right away.
After
After talking with her boyfriend at reception, the story he was telling me contradicted with the story she was telling me. The officer consults with his supervisor.
When we started the interview initially, everything she told us was one lie after another. She has the idea in her head that she's gonna come here, meet the guy, fall madly in love, marry him, never go home.
So she's giving you a verbal admission to the criminally reside in Canada, right?
He did as well. So with that, I'm requesting an exclusion order.
Sounds good. The traveler is handed over to Officer Diana, who will determine if the exclusion order will be enforced.
The officer that has dealt with you previously has written a report against you, so I am here to review that report. Okay. Okay? Is it your intention to live in Canada with your boyfriend?
Yes.
Are you in possession of a permanent resident visa to do so? Based on that information, I find that the report is valid, and as a result, I've determined that you are inadmissible to Canada because you are not in the possession of a permanent resident visa. You are going to be removed from Canada on the next available flight home.
Il faut aller au Canada sur la prochaine vol. I've been here for 2 months. That's a mistake. Non, je peux pas signer ça. Je suis désolée, je vais pas le signer.
If you don't sign it, you need to come back here. If you don't sign it, it doesn't affect our decision. The removal order is still in force. Do you have any questions?
Ah, vous puez, hein. Vraiment, vous puez, vous êtes puants!
Okay, you need to calm down because if you're in a hurry, that's not in your benefit.
Vous êtes puants! Puants! Vous comprenez stinking! T'as vu, ça pue, ça!
Like I said,
Ça pue, ça!
you need to behave and you need to stop doing that.
At the airport, this American fashion promoter is headed to an event in Whistler to meet with a Canadian clothing company.
And did you pay for the ticket?
No, they paid.
The officer suspects she may be coming to work illegally.
I'm just trying to establish what you're actually going to be doing here, why they paid for your tickets, and that's what I need to know, okay? Is there one contact person that you deal with at the company, or is there...
Mainly, yes.
Is he
We
going to
have
be in
the
Whistler?
Yes.
So what's going to happen now is we're going to do some checks, I'm going to make
Okay.
some phone calls.
Okay.
You can just have a seat over there.
Alrighty.
She's an independent contractor, so, I mean, we can call just to ask him. I'm just calling to confirm how he knows her, why he has invited her up here, and what they're going to be doing while in Canada. Well, I'm calling from Vancouver International Airport. Are you expecting anyone in Canada today? And what is the purpose of her trip? Okay. And is she an employee of yours? No? Okay, if I have any more questions, is it okay if I give a call back? Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye. So, he just said that she's not being paid to come up here to do anything. She's basically being invited up here as a friend. He seemed pretty honest.
A lot of my concerns are negated at this point.